go over all the games happened on Thursday night. We got 4 games. The first game is the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Atlanta Hawks. Milwaukee, they got Giannis back. He was out for like I don't know, a week and a half. 15 points, 3 steals in the block. Looks great. Good to see him back. Chris Middleton, his efficiency has been rough lately. 10 points, but the 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 threes, and a steal is still good. In the last month, he's the 80th ranked player. Played 14 games, averaging 20 points and only 2 threes. He could have done better than that. And most importantly, 45.7%. On the season, he's shooting around 50%, and he's the 80th ranked player. If the efficiency go up, he's gonna make more threes, he's gonna score points. Should be a top 50 guy or even higher. His turnovers has also been pretty high. Let me see. Yeah, that's another big thing. He's averaging 3.1 turnovers with Giannis out. So with Giannis out, he gets more inefficient and a lot of turnovers. That's why his rankings he should be a top 40 guy. Not a lot of turnover and efficient from the field. Brook Lopez also had a great game. Grabbed 12 rebounds. You don't see that. Giannis only grabbed 5. 3 offensive rebounds, 3 threes in a block, 19 points. Good game. Still a hold in category leagues. But guys like this, he's basically a 1 or 2 category specialist. So if you don't need blocks, if you're gonna lose blocks in the playoff, what else does he really give you? He doesn't really give you much. So it could definitely drop in. If you need some assistant steals, right? Assistant steals close with your opponent. You're gonna lose blocks. For sure, he's a drop. Jrue Holiday, 23 points, 7 assists and a steal. Looks pretty good. Again, Jrue Holiday has been playing really, really well this season. On the Bucks, not scoring as many points, but grabbing the rebound, getting the defensive stand, and getting the assist. In the last month, let's take a look. Where is he at? 11th ranked player. 1.7 steals, he could for sure do that. 21.2 points, that's a bit high. 6.4 assists. Like he can do all of this, and most importantly, in the last month, he's shooting 55% from the field. That's why he's the 11th ranked player. Everything else, 21 is a bit high, but it's not, with Giannis out, that's understandable. But even scoring 17, 18 points, with that level of efficiency, he's still a top 20 guy, for sure. He has been really, really good. And with Giannis back, Bobby Portis still play 21. But we know, if Giannis ever sits out or anything happens, you gotta grab Bobby Portis. He got 22 minutes here. He's a really good rebound guy. Get some steals this year and efficient score. For the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young came back. Lately it's been rough with Trae. 3 for 17 from the field, 9 assists. Just the assists and free throws. That's it. Trae Young is a guy that don't get fooled by. He seems to like to take a lot of. If you see the highlights, a lot of long threes, but he doesn't make those. He doesn't make that many threes. Around like 2, like not even 2.5. In the last month, 113th ranked player, averaging 23 points, and Bogdanovic has been playing so well. Trae Young by far should be the number 1 guy on the team, but the fact that Bogdanovic took 20 shots, playing really, really well, it's going to eat into Trae Young's production just a little bit. 9.8 assists is really good, but everything else is, negative. And obviously the free throw. Clint Capella continues to. This guy is just a fantasy monster. Doesn't really matter where he is. 16 points, still in 2 blocks. Collins is still out, but I don't think Collins impacts Clint Capella. It's the other way around. Bogdanovic is a must roster guy. In the last month, let's check his ranking. In the last, ever since the All-Star break, he's turned it around. Yeah, wow, 19th ranked player. Averaging 19 points, sure. 3.8 threes, that's the most important. That's his best category. Shooting 51%, that's going to fall off. And 1.3 steals, that's also a bit high for him. But, who knows? He could be a top 50, 60 guy for the rest of the season. This game just did a little bit of everything. Hit 6 threes. Kevin Huerter also played okay. Great efficiency, 6 rebounds, 4 steals. Kevin Huerter, even the guy given high minutes, he doesn't really put up that sexy stat, but could be a streamer. At this point, we know that. Let's go to the next game. The Warriors, they're rolling at the moment with the James Wiseman injury and with Kelly Olynyk out. they're playing very very well. Ironically, especially Curry. Maybe Curry just decided to start playing. But the Warriors, they're gonna be at least the 10th seed in the Western Conference. If they don't put their foot off the gas, right? They're 2.5 games ahead of the Pelicans, so they're probably gonna be the 8th and 9th seed. We'll see. Ken Bazemore is a guy that you could stream, even though this game he didn't get any defensive stats. But playing 25 minutes, he could give you very good source of steals and blocks, and hit some threes even, and a little bit of assists. Draymond, again, another great game. 5 points, that's okay. If you're punting points with Draymond, 10 rebound, 8 assists, 3 steals and block. In the last month, where's Draymond? 33rd ranked player. Even when you're punting points, if you're punting points, he's a top 20 guy for sure. Really, really good stuff. Last month, averaging 7.7 rebound. Like he could even grab more rebound. 8.8 assists, sure. With Curry playing this well, I wouldn't be surprised he averaged like 10 assists. 2.1 steals is really high. That's really high. And 1 block, he can do that. Maybe I'm more expecting 1.6 steals and around 1 block. But it's been a great month for Draymond, and lately for obviously Curry. He's been the number 1 guy. He is the number 1 guy in the last month. 33 points again and 2 blocks. 4 threes. I mean, great efficiency again everywhere. They are turning around with Wiseman injury and Kelly Olynyk now playing. Andrew Wiggins also played pretty well. No defensive stats, but he was a plus 20, while Kevon Looney is a plus 24. 23 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and hit 5 threes. Really good stuff for Andrew Wiggins. And Kevon Looney too. If he's out there, you need some rebound. You just need a big dude that can give you some big man stats. And playing 25 minutes, Kevon Looney can give you that. So I would consider streaming him. And this game, Juan Toscano Anderson went off. 8 for 9. If the guy gets 30 minutes, sure, I wouldn't hate it streaming him. 20 minutes, with Wiseman injury and Kelly Olynyk injury, a lot of opportunity, there's some opportunities to open up on this Warriors roster. Guys like Ken Bazemore, Kevon Looney, Toscano Anderson, I wouldn't hate it to even, they playing 25, 30 minutes, for sure you could stream them. For the Cavs, another loss. Kevin Love played again. Did not have the best game, had 1 3, 1 steal. He's still a hold for sure in some, especially if you like his threes and rebound. He just doesn't give you any defensive stats. We know that. And if he ever gets hurt, it's an instant drop. Isaac Okoro getting 33 minutes. 3 steal looks good. Nothing else. Jared Allen, finally a great game. 6 for 7 against the Warriors. 6 for 7, 14 rebound, 2 steals, 17 points. That's his best game in a while. He's really, really struggling. For sure a buy low. In the last month, yeah, he's not even ranked inside of 122nd ranked player in the last month. But yeah, he should be better than this. Only played 8 games as well. Colin Sexton came back, had a great game, 30 points. The free throw line efficiency, he was horrible, minus 29. The free throw line efficiency was bad. The guy last season, he was like a high 80s free throw guy. Let's see in the last month. Where is Colin Sexton? Well, last month he's actually on per game basis is decent. Shooting 85% from the free throw line on 6.6. So you can't complain too much. It's just one bad free throw night. Guys like this, they take a lot of free throws. Some nights they go 8 for 8, and some nights they go 7 for 10. But at the end of the day, he's still shooting around 85%, so can't really complain too much. Averaging 26 points, and this season he's bringing, some assist, averaging around 4 assists and over 1 steal. So that's good. That really helps his fantasy game. And he hit 3 threes as well. Darius Garland took 20 shots. Inefficient guy, we know that. 20 points, 7 assists, and still looks okay. And 2 threes. Larry Nance Jr., is he a must roster? I'm not sure. With Kevin Love healthy, I would still like to hold on to him because I just don't know if Kevin Love is gonna play every single game. And if he gets hurt again, he's gonna shut down for sure. But if Love playing 23, 24 minutes, he's not a must roster. Could be a stream guy. 2 steals, 5 rebounds, 3 points. Torian Prince, now that everybody's back, he's only getting 20 minutes. I think he played 30 minutes last time around. You could stream him, but the minutes is up and down with this guy. The next game, the Celtics great win over the Lakers, although Lakers don't have LeBron. AD started doing some on-court activities. He might be back, I don't know, 2-3 weeks from now, right around the playoff, when, depending on your league playoff might have started already. So just want to get him back, top 5 guy in fantasy when he's healthy for sure. This game, Jason Tatum did not have the best game. Only 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and two threes. Weird game from Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown went off. I think Gary Trent Jr. went 17 for 19, had 44 points. Jaylen Brown is like, yeah, I can do that too. 17 for 20, big field goal boost for your team. Had 40 points plus 33, just completely went off. Only hit 3 threes, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Jaylen Brown has taken a big step forward this season in real life for sure, and in fantasy as well. In the last month, I thought he's gonna he's like a top 50 guy for sure. In the last month, he's the 29th ranked player, averaging 25 points. Most importantly, 3.7 threes. That's a lot of threes. The assist has been low for him, only 2.3 assists in the last month. The 1.3 steals and point block, yes, he can do that, and shooting 50%. That's a bit high. He's already started struggling from the free throw line, only 71%, but only on 3 attempts. If he's shooting the ball, if he's gonna be a 50% shooter from the field, then he could be a top 40 guy or top 30 guy. Another great game from him. Tristan Thompson. Robert Williams was out, so Tristan Thompson played 25 minutes. Just a rebound streamer. Although this game he had 5 assists, that's a surprising. Marcus Smart continues to put up just okay numbers. 62nd ranked player in the last month. I guess I can't complain too much. I just want to see him getting more steal numbers. 1.3 is really good. I'm not complaining, but over the years he's always been like at the 1.7, 1.8. I think this season, if you look at the steal leaders, compare this season steal leaders versus last year's, a lot of guys, traditional guys that was averaging 2, like I can think of Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Marcus Smart. Those guys, they're not getting. I mean, Paul George included. He averaged like 1.5, 1.7. They take a huge step backwards in terms of the steal department. So even with Marcus Smart, on the season, I don't think he's averaging 1.7, 1.8. But overall, like if he can, if you drafted him in category leagues in top 50, 60, you were expecting him to get like average 1.7, 1.8. So for him to average 1.3, his value takes a pretty big hit. You can go from a top 70, 80 guy to a top 50 guy. But in the last month, still pretty good. 2.5 threes, 5.7 assists. That's really good. Still a 62nd ranked player. Can't complain too much. Just want to see him getting more steals. Kemba Walker, 24 points. Just where's Kemba? 56th ranked player. Better than I thought. Averaging 17 points. 1.8 turnovers is really, really good. But Kemba, we're too deep into the season. I would have packaged him and another guy for a top 40 or 50 guy. That's not gonna miss back-to-backs. For the Lakers, who went off this game, Taylor Horton Tucker actually had a really, really good game. 19 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. This is a guy that can do it all, right? A 9 category guy. And fairly efficient from the field, I think. Can get a lot of defensive stats, the steals, the rebound. That's why Lakers are high on this guy. But the minutes with him is inconsistent. Could stream him. But on most nights, he hasn't been all that impressive. In the last month, where's Taylor Horton? He's not even ranked inside of 200. So I would stream him for sure. Dennis Schroeder. Did he get suspended? He did not get suspended. Sorry, it was the 2 guys on the Raptors. 8 points, 8 assists. That's why we know. He's not whenever LeBron comes back, he's for sure not a must roster. But in the meanwhile, you got roster him. He's been getting a lot of assists lately. Marcus Gasol played this game because Andre Drummond did not play. Played 20 minutes, 18 points. Yeah, this Lakers rotation, and in fantasy-wise, nobody's that exciting. Kyle Kuzma, inefficient guy, can give you some points and rebound. Nobody's consistent. Nobody's that exciting. So not much to talk about. Just want to see LeBron AD back. But even when those guys are back, it's also pretty boring. Montrezl Harrell, I thought he's gonna have a clear path to get like 25 to 30 minutes, but then they signed Andre Drummond. 12 points, 8 rebounds. Okay, not a must roster guy. Let's go to last game of the night. The Kings losing to the Phoenix Suns. The Kings, yeah, they're out of it. They are out of it. They're gonna be out of the playoffs. They're not even gonna make the 10th seed. They're five and a half games from the 10th seed. We got like 20 games left, 18, 17 games. So this season is pretty much over. For Harrison Barnes, I think he's still a hold. The minutes is insane with Harrison. The coaches like so he give him a lot of minutes, huge minutes. 14 points, 3 assists, and still okay numbers. Harkless is a guy you could stream for defensive stats. We know that. 1 steal and 2 blocks. Damian Jones started, played 5 minutes, and let's talk about. I think Whiteside, you gotta grab him. This game he only played 24 minutes. Hammy issues could be tricky. That's what Rashawn Holmes is dealing at the moment, and they don't really have They don't have that many big dudes. So Damian Jones and Hassan Whiteside combined played for 28, 29 minutes. I think the other 20 minutes they just decided to go small. They gave some of the minutes to Delon Wright. Harrison Barnes might have been just playing at the center or Harkless. But Whiteside should be getting 20 to 25 minutes a night until Holmes comes back. We got 17, 18 minutes. Is Holmes coming back? We don't know. Right? And Hammy issue could be tricky. This game he played 24 minutes. Looked pretty good. 11 points, 10 rebounds, and only 1 block. Hey, just wait till another game. He will get you 4 or 5 blocks. So I think you got to pick him up. De'Aaron Fox, 27 points, 8 assists, and still continues to put out great counting stats. The efficiency from the free throw line and turnover is a bit rough. And Buddy Hield, a great game. Great efficiency and a steal. I mean, that's it. That's all you can ask. Hit 5 threes. Just so consistent, hitting 4 or 5 threes every single game from Buddy. So even though he's not really giving you a lot of other stats, but the 83rd ranked player, averaging 4.4 threes in the last month. Still shooting the ball really badly, 42%. And everything else is like 17 points is good. But rebound is low, assist is low, steals is low, block is low. The 0.5 blocks is good for a guard. But just don't expect too much stuff out of Buddy other than the threes. But you cannot drop him. Right? Even when he's having like a bad game shooting, like go for like 3 for 10 from the field, but he still make those 3 threes. And your team needs those threes. Tyrese Halliburton had 4 personal fouls, so he was struggling a little bit. That's why maybe Delon Wright got 28 minutes. He's still obviously a hold. He had a 6 steal game just the other day in the last month. Last month, 89th ranked player. Across the board, the stats, he's not putting up great stats. Honestly, 13 points only, 1.8 threes, 4.8 assists, and 1.3 steals. 1.3 steals still good, but just not putting up good volume stats. So if you got him on your team, you got to think like he's a great piece. I would say like a Mikal Bridges. Really efficient guy. Efficiency, great. Get some defensive stats. And even assist as well. But, in terms of the counting stats, the volume he offers is not great at all. So if you're punting certain categories, you may want to trade him away. Maybe next season. Delon Wright played 20 minutes. He could be a defensive streamer at this point. The minutes is a bit high because Halliburton was in some kind of foul trouble early on. So, yeah. Speaking of Mikal Bridges for the Suns, they got the easy way, another way. For this team, it's about how deep they can go into the playoffs. They got some veterans on the team. Well, some, I think Chris Paul only. But even for Chris Paul, he never got to a conference finals. Right? Or he never got to the finals. So, yeah. We'll see what happens in the Western Conference. How much noise, how deep the Phoenix Suns can go. Right, 30 minutes for Chris Paul continues to be great. 11 assists, 3 steals. And the guy just doesn't really turn the ball over. And efficient from the field and from the free throw line. We know that. He doesn't really have that weakness in fantasy. Like he also, as a guard, he grabs a decent amount of rebound as well. Where's Chris Paul? 20th ranked player in the last month. 4.5 rebound, yes. But he hasn't been making that many threes, only 1 3. But he's a guy that can do it all. Other than the blocks, great stuff from Chris Paul. Devin Booker, 23 points, very consistent, giving us the 23, 24, 25 points every single game. But this season we know the assist is not there. In the last month, 46 run play, that's still good. Shooting 47%, and he had a pretty good month, averaging 27 points. So can't hate too much. DeAndre Ayton has been great in the last month. 30th ranked player. This game, 10 for 11. That's a huge field goal boost. 26 points, 11 rebound, 1 block. So if you drafted this guy in the 20s or I don't know, in the second round, you can't hate too much for him. He's playing, lately especially, he's played every single game this season, and lately he's been giving us top 30 values in category leagues. So okay, can't be too mad. Jay Crowder could be a streamer, had 137 rebound. For Jay Crowder, the minutes is pretty secure. He'll play 25 plus minutes every single night. And sometimes the other night he went 8 for 9. Some nights he took 5 shots. Doesn't really do a lot of scoring, but 1 steal and 1 block is good. Mikal Bridges, look at the minutes. 37 minutes. Coaches just love to play 3-and-D guys huge minutes. Harrison Barnes is also a 3-and-D guy. He also got huge minutes. 38 minutes. 2 steals and a block. 13 points. If he gets dropped, for sure in category he's a pickup. As bad as he played in the last month, 74th ranked player, because he doesn't hurt you anywhere. 1.4 steals, yes, the steal numbers are slowly coming back. He should at least be a 1.3, 1.4 steals guy. Still shooting 51, the efficiency is still super, super high. He doesn't turn the ball over, and 1.5 threes is a bit low. Cameron Payne, he played 20, 25 minutes. He's a really good assist guy. Again, here we see in 18 minutes he had 4 assists and 1 steal. If Chris Paul ever gets hurt or these games, you gotta stream Cameron Payne. He could give you, I don't know, who knows, top 30, top 40 values. That's it for all the games. Only 4 games. I'll see you guys tomorrow.